Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see this is a double page spread. On this side this will be a full 6x12. On this side I've obviously got pockets going. My photos are where I think I want them, so I really only need a card for here. For this page, this is not the paper I want to use, that just happens to be the back of the other layout, so I have to find something to fill this as well as the background, and I'm not quite sure what to go with. Part of me says match to the tablecloth here. I don't want to do brown because there's too much brown in there, I think. There's also a bluish tint here if you look on the bottom underside of the chandelier there, and then bluish tint over here, but I'm just not sure that's enough to work in blue paper. That reddish and maroon color also appears here, so my first instinct is to do that. I have also considered possibly using vellum and letting this show through because there's definitely a yellowish tint here, but I don't even know if I have a piece that's 12 inches. And normally when I buy it, I just go 8.5 by 11, but I could possibly do part of it. I'm not sure. I'll have to dig through my stash, but those are the only ideas I have at the start, and I'm not really sure how it would look. So I may just have to try it and see what happens. So also, this is my last layout that I am videoing that is from Cardiff Castle. So once this one is done, then I can move on to the next set of photos. And I've loved working on the castle, but I'm definitely ready to move on to something else in Cardiff. All right, well, when I was looking at this photo closer, I realized this actually has kind of a pinky tone to it, if that makes sense. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it isn't. Originally I thought it was maroon, but when you hold it up like to this one, this color here in the turret and this are not the same. This is a much darker red. So then I thought, well, what am I going to do about that? So I went into my 6x12 papers that I have and just thought, well, I don't even care how wild it is. I'm just going to pick it out and see if I can find anything that has that tone in it. I found some interesting things, and they aren't exactly this. They're much more of a pink, though, than a red, which I thought I was going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them all out here and see what everybody thinks. So I have this, I have that one. I like this because it's got that tone in the background, but then it has this sparkly wild gold pattern. And this banquet hall is kind of wild, so I felt like that was fitting. That's what that would look like. Now, I would probably matte this in a cream or a white. There's a little bit of white showing there, but cream matches more with this off-white tone that's happening here. So I wouldn't just lay this on there. That would be too much. But with a matte, I think that might be okay. Then I have this one, which is super busy, super blingy. Look at all that on there. And again, I would have to matte it in something because that's a lot. And this one, what worries me is I don't know what I would do over here to offset that. I do have another piece of it, so I could cut down another square if I really wanted, or another 3x4 if I really wanted it to be matchy-matchy. But this is a lot, so I'm not sure that I want to do that. And then I have this option, which is a much more neutral tone background, and then it has a very light pinky color happening, but it still has the nice sheen to it. So then there's that one, and I think this actually looks really nice with the walls, and then this is a top of fireplace. I think it looks nice with that. So with the three that I've picked out, I think one of these two is the best option, but I'm torn. I really like the bold color here, but then I really like the way this matches here. So I don't know. I'm going to have to go off camera and think about it, but these are my top two choices. Because I couldn't decide on the paper quite yet, I decided to pull out some cardstock. So this is just an extra strip of white I have so I can see what it looks like. And then this is a piece of cardstock from close to my heart. I believe that's the color is French vanilla. So it's an off-white. And just looking at those, I'm not sure how well the camera picks that up, but there's definitely a difference. And just looking at it, I definitely like the French vanilla better. I think it just blends more nicely, like against that. So I will be using this as the matte. I'm going with the French vanilla, but I still have to decide which of these papers I want for the background. I decided to go looking for the vellum just in case, and I did not have a sheet that was 12 inches long. I had a partial one though that was from an 8.5 by 11, and I held it up to this, and I don't like it at all. I didn't realize, I guess, before, like how exactly yellow that is. I mean, obviously I could see it, but for some reason I put that vellum on and then this on top, and first of all, the matte blended into the vellum way too much. That wasn't gonna work, and I just did not like the look of it on this, so that's not happening. I am thinking it's probably going to be this piece of paper, so then I just have to decide, do I want the gold at the bottom or at the top? I kind of like it at the top, mimicking the circles here of the chandeliers and the bright lights that are there. They echo the bulbs, so I'm thinking maybe like that. And if I cover up quite a bit of it, that still leaves me a nice portion down here where I can stamp or journal or put a large title or something. So I'm thinking maybe it will end up looking like this. I went through my stash of 3x4 cards, not travel related, just my regular stash, trying to see if I had something that was a good match for this. And I think I have found something, because not only does it have pink in it, but it has this kind of tannish brown, almost a mustard but not really tone that's up here. But look at this card. I think that's pretty perfect. I wish it said something slightly different though, because I'll have to get creative on how to make just for today work, but I like the look of it. I think it goes well with the gold tones that are in there. I think it goes well with the brown tones and with this. That's not perfect, but to that lighter shade, pretty darn close. So I'm happy with that. And then I may work in some gold here as well. I know I have gold hearts and stars. I have gold splattering I could do. I don't know how all that's going to look together, but I'm willing to figure that out. I think I have an idea of what to do with this card over here. I went through my acrylics and didn't really find anything, but then I went through my wood veneer stash and I found this little one that just says life. I think I want to take it and put it right here, overlap over the line there, so that it says life just for today. And then I can journal about how for one day when I was at this castle, I could imagine sort of living that kind of life, what it must have been like to have a banquet in this room and invite your rich, powerful friends that, you know, would have come here, because otherwise that's so not my life. That will never be my life, but it's fun to enjoy the fantasy for today while you're visiting. All right, now that I have this glued down, I don't have to worry about that for the time being. Over here though, as I look at this, I think I may want to ink the edges of this. I don't do that a whole lot, but here I think it might help because it's another brown tone that would be brought in, and it just would give this more definition against the pink. So I'm thinking I will do it, and I will use this ink. These aren't made anymore, sadly, so I'm going to pretty much cry when this one dries out and I don't have any more. I might actually have one more hoarded somewhere. I think I bought an extra one when I heard that they were discontinuing it, but it's a chalky ink, and the closest thing I can think of that is still being sold are the ones that are made by Quick Quotes. I think they're called powder puff inks. It gives a similar look where it's almost like a heathered look, but it's because it's chalk ink. And for something like this, I prefer that to a regular ink like a Stampin' Up. I mean, I've used that. I've done it before, but I prefer this look because it just seems a little bit lighter, a little less intense, and I like the soft look of it. All right, so now against the pink, let's see. I do like it. It definitely gives some further definition along the edges, so I'm happy with that, and I will adhere that next. All right, I have adhered the photo there, and then because I had the wood veneer over here, that little one, I thought I would pull out some of my other wood veneers and just see what else I could work in on this page. I found this set that I have from Ellie's Studio, And originally I thought, oh, this would be cool to use one of these because it kind of mimics this and the lights and all that, but I think it's just too much. And they do look like suns. I don't think I need that there, so I'm not going to do that. And then I was thinking about these hearts and stars, which I really like. They're a little less intense, but still quite busy. I think I'm actually just going to go with, this will come out of here. I think I'm just going to go with this one. And that means I've used all of these. You get 2 of each. That means I've used all of these that came in the package. So I think I'm going to have to buy more. But that's okay. Hopefully they're still available. So I think I'm just either going to do it like that, where it overlaps the mat, or right below it, just as an added little something. And then I'd like to be able to find something to cover up this person's head. This was our guide, and she's like right in the corner here across from the plant. It's kind of weird. So, and actually there's a guy right here too. So maybe if I could find something there to take focus away from that. And then, do I need something down here? I feel like I should stamp something or find a phrase or something. I don't know, but I'll start with this and see how it goes. When I was thinking about what else I could do here, I remembered that I had these 2 packages of gold phrases and little hearts and hashtags and things, and I wondered if any of these would work. I originally liked the idea of shine because of all the gold, and it is sparkly here, but it's really huge, and I would want part of this to dip down here, and now I can't do that because I've already put this on. So had I not put that on, I'd consider it, but since it's there, I'm not going to try to peel it up. So that leaves me with these, and I think I'm going to do wonder, because I definitely was staring at this in wonder because it was just so crazy, and nothing would dip below the line here. So I think I'm going to use that one and probably do it right above this and string it off to the side here. And that way, hopefully the focus comes off of the people. You'll just see the word and you'll look at the rest of this beautiful artistry here. Once I had that placed down, I also decided to add some stickers. I put a phrase sticker here and here. These, I think, are from Simple Stories. It doesn't say, and they were just kind of free-floating in with a bunch of other phrases, but I think that's who makes them. But I'll do some close-ups here so you can see what they say. That one says, wherever you are, be all there. And over here, this one I just added says, travel notes. But now I have another layout done for Wales. Thanks for watching.